Hey guys, Samurai Jedi here, and today we're going to be doing a reveal on my do-it-yourself Vader hilt and also Graflex hilt. So let's go ahead and begin. Alright guys, so today's the day I get to reveal the hilts. Um, I've been working on these two models for a couple of months, and not because it takes that long. It's just because I've got a lot of things going on in my life, and to be honest with you, when you make saber hilts, there's a lot of people out there that do make them, and they have garages or they have a workshop. I don't have either. I live in a basically apartment. I rent it. Basically, it's a condo, and so I have like a back porch. All right, I got a full time job. I got a wife. I got a son, couple puppies, and a couple birds. I mean, it's a full house. We're just always doing things. And in fact, right now, my wife and son's got the flu, so it's definitely been, very busy. So, just to kind of give you a little bit of background, real quick, uh, I posted a photo on a Star Wars like fan site a few months back, and I got a lot of good response. A lot of people were giving me likes, and they loved my hilts, and I had a couple guys that were like, "Oh man, could you build me?" And I was like, I said, "Well, I'm gonna do a step by step tutorial." And they're like, "No, no, no." They're like, "We're not gonna do it. We just really want you to build this one." So I was like, "All right." So they talked me into it. Now keep in mind, for those of you watching, even after this video, I'm no longer gonna take any customers. Okay. Um, because I want to do some do-it-yourself videos instead. I'd rather show people step by step versus having the pressures of making these for people. I'd rather you take the time and build these. These are the kind of sabers that you just build for yourself, and but I really would like to do that. So for those of you watching that are obviously interested in do-it-yourself saber making, please subscribe and keep up with me, because I'm going to come out. I've got some really cool ideas on some do-it-yourself sabers in the future. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. So the video or the photo I posted contained three hilts that I had made. This one, which is my very first one, and then I made a Vader style here, and and by the way, these first two were from Happy Trooper. If you really want to start out, go to his channel. This has got some great starter material. Like this should be your first one right here that you make, and then start tackling this, because each hilt that you make, you should learn something. So the first one, I just kind of learned how to, I guess, think about a hilt and how it's made. And then the second one, the Vader one, you start learning more about, like, maybe how to do riveting if you've never done manual riveting. There's just little things, and like I said, you learn on each step of the way, and then and every time you're building one or you do something, you're like, you know what? In the future, if I do this or if I do that differently, or if I add this, or I could do this. Trust me, you'll start brainstorming. You'll start thinking of other things, and then that leads you maybe to your next one. And this was something I wanted to have that was starting to delve into the Graflex style saber. I wanted a little bit of the edge, and maybe a little bit of the button configuration, a little bit more of like the Graflex style clamp look to it with the button. I even found a circuit board piece, just like I said, it was just ideas that I was like, okay, well, I could do this, I could do that. Windshield wiper blades for the grips, the D-ring on the bottom, like the Graflex style blade plug, Again, so it's just things you learn, and then when you look at this, you're like, I bet I could do something different, this and that. So again, it's always a learning process, and every time you build one, you're already starting to think of the next one, and that's what's really cool about it. So, without further ado, we're going to get to the Vader reveal. The Vader hilt, that's the one we're going to start with. This one here is the version of this. Okay, my customers, the two guys, they wanted this. Well, actually, one wanted it, and the other one was like kind of like surprised me. So I decided to do a Vader for him. So the one I did is this one. So, ta-da! This is the new Vader reimagined Vader hilt. Again, this is not screen accurate. Okay, I know there's going to be people out there probably looking at going, hey, that's not screen accurate. No, but this is something you can go down to your Home Depot, get all the parts, and make this. Okay? So, again, you've got your switch. Yes, it's not a bubble switch, but I wanted to have something, again, that's going to be very Star Wars-y. Again, all of your stuff, blade plug, D-ring up top, like for Vader. Again, very similar. So, this is, you know, pretty good weight. Again, it's not going to be screen accurate, but what I love is that you can look at this and understand that yes, and or at least most Star Wars fans are going to look at this and say, hey, that's a Vader style hilt. So that's what I love about that one. So again, that's going to be that's going to be one of my favorites. I've got to build me one because I actually built that for my client, and now I don't have one for me. I'm still doing this one unless my client wants to trade. You know, you are out there. Hey, do you want to trade for this one? You did say you wanted this one, but no, I wanted to build him something better, so I built him that. Now, for my other client, I do want to say this. On the Vader hilts, I had a different vision for. One of my clients is going to get the other vision, and this is going to be this one. And this is very similar, if you notice. It's about identical. There's only two differences, really. One is going to have a notched grip. In other words, it's the Luke Skywalker style grip. And also, a few rivets are not black. So I wanted to kind of sort of match. And this was more of a fantasy-ish of, hey, Luke Skywalker joined the dark side, and he was kind of emulating his father, and so he kind of constructed one similar to his father, and this is the result. A little bit different wiring and stuff. So again, I just wanted something just a little different. So now, on to the Graflex style. Again, keep in mind, this is not screen accurate. This is just something that you can go down to the Home Depot, and this was a design that I came up with because I was like, man, how can I make a Graflex style myself? And so I typed in YouTube, much like probably you did, and I looked up do-it-yourself Graflex style sabers, and every video out there was like, you had to buy the reproductions or the actual whatevers, but you know, minimally the parts were like $150 or something, you know. So I was like, that's not going to work. There was no videos out there on how to make a Graflex. Well, there was a couple that were close, but they usually involved a lathe, and I don't have a lathe. Again, we're talking hand tools. So without further ado, I have created the Graflex from Home Depot. So again, I love it. This is my design that I just came up with to emulate the Graflex. And again, you know, it's something that you can take yourself out there, because I am going to do a video on how to do this step by step, because I'm going to make me one, and I'm actually going to make a few more improvements in that too, so it's going to be even better than this. But that's how it goes when you make these sabers. It's like you, again, like I told you, you make something and then you make it even better next time. So that's what's awesome about it. So guys, I really appreciate it. I hope that you liked my creations. I'm very happy with them. So if you like these, please give me a like. And again, please subscribe, because I really want to make sure that you're there for me and I'm there for you, and I can show you how to make these as well in future ones. And just to give you guys a little tip, or I guess a little tidbit, is, by the way, Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker lightsaber, I think I figured out how to make it from Home Depot. Okay, which is going to be rough, but I think I know how to do it, and I'm gonna make that video. And I don't know. And while I'm doing this video, I want to give a shout out to Happy Trooper, because again, I mentioned him earlier. And hey, buddy, if you're interested in possibly collaborating with me, again, I think I know how to do this Return of the Jedi one. Maybe we could collaborate on it. It'd be pretty cool. But with that being said, hey guys, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Thank you for everything. Continue watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.